I think Joe Hart's been the most consistent goalkeeper out of the three of them, but it's too close now to experiment with the young lad, you know, to come in a big competition like the World Cup, and I don't think he'll do that, the manager. So it's between Green and James.
And of course, David James showed in the FA Cup final his reflexes are as sharp as ever, even though he's approaching 40.
Since he's come back through that injury, he's looked very good, and I've noticed this last few games that he's not making as many silly mistakes that he did a few years prior to this. So it may be that he could now, you know, come forth and really do a good job for England.
Do you think that was his weakness, perhaps his decision making rather than his shot stopping's always been good?
It's been terrific, as you rightly say. He's made saves that no other goalkeeper can make, you know, and yet he'll make a little silly mistake that gives away a goal. So if he can erase all that, which I think in this last few games I noticed he has been doing, then he could be the one.
As a striker, you'll obviously take a keen interest in who plays up front. I mean, Wayne Rooney, assuming he's fit and everything's good, he's nailed on. But who's best alongside him?
Well, Wayne Rooney, I know we're putting a lot on Wayne Rooney's shoulders. Everybody thinks that Wayne Rooney's going to win it on his own, but I mean, he's going to get marked. He's going to get man-marked by some of these teams. It's not going to be easy, so we're going to have to give him some assistance. And at the moment, I think the one that plays and seems to score goals regularly. I mean, Defoe is gone off the boil at the moment, you know, in the club football, but he is a very good goal scorer. But Peter Crouch seems to fit in, and he seems to score every time he comes on. So whether he's going to use Peter Crouch from the beginning or as a sub, I don't know, but I think he'll play a big part. We have a lot of good players, and they're experienced players. We've got one or two questions where who's going to play in goal, and you know who's the other striker's going to be. But I think the players that we've got, you know, they're good enough to actually get us there. I mean, we're not favourites. You know, I think Brazil and Spain are the favourites, and they'll take a bit of beating. But I think England are going to be well in there.
I think prior managers, without hitting them too hard, have been a little bit easy with the players. But Mr. Capello seems as though he's got this business with Alf that's very strict. You have to do what you're told. You dress wise when you get out, when you go out as a team, and I think that discipline then goes out onto the field and it helps the team.
So the obvious question is this squad, is this team good enough to go all the way and emulate what you did in '66?
Well, there's no reason why it can't. All the teams are out there on merit. If we start the tournament feeling confident, looking defensively good, not giving too many chances away, going forward as a team, playing football, creating chances at the other end, and we get through that group, I can't see no reason why we can't go on and do it.
So we've got this special dinner at Hendon Hall coming up, and I understand there's 100 tickets up for grabs where Football Pools players can go in and win.
Yes, they can go online, newfootballpools.com. It's at Hendon Hall, and there's 100 tickets to be won, and lots of prizes and gifts when they get there. So
that will be you and Roger Hunt, and it will give a real feeling of what it was like in '66, and obviously watching the game all over again.
Oh yeah, definitely, because that was our base. We used to stay there every international match, and we can show them around and tell them exactly what happened and where things were and that, and it'll give them a feeling of how we felt inside that hotel.
And build up the excitement for the real thing this year, which is coming up just a week or so later.
That's right, yeah. They'll get the feeling of a player being inside a hotel, getting the build-up to a big game, yeah.